Welcome to the Mo Chill Zone. Tonight we have another great show for you. First, we have DL Edwards, pastor and local jazz musician. DL will talk about his craft and will perform an impromptu song live. You will also hear DL's song Feels Like Home. Then, after the break, Mott's and Chili sit down with Clifton Roberts, member of the Humane Party and a 2016 United States presidential candidate. As always, if you missed any of our previous episodes, please follow us on Instagram and Facebook for the online release date of those episodes.
Okay, welcome to the Mo Chill Zone with your boy Mott's
and Chili.
And today we have a very special guest. Today I want you guys to give it up for a very special musician, Sacramento's own, DL Edwards. Let's give it up for him, baby. Yes.
Sacramento, come on. Thank you guys for having me, man.
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you, Kevin.
So, first off, man, it was amazing when I first found out that Elwood turned me on to you, man, and you're amazing. You're an amazing artist, man, what you do.
I appreciate that.
You know what I mean? So tell us, how long have you been doing what you do and how you got started, first off?
You sure you want to know this? So
I definitely want to know that. Definitely.
I've been a musician all of my life.
Okay.
I started on keys, but I've only been playing guitar now 5 years.
Okay, wow.
So I really just picked it up.
No.
And I used to have my guitar in my hands 8, 10, 12 hours a day, all day. I had guitar set up in the bathroom, in the front room, in my bedroom. I made everybody in the house angry.
Yeah.
But it has been a solid 5 years.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Okay, so who were some of your inspirations to get you involved into starting to get music in the first place? Like who got you started? Who got DL to do what you do, man?
So that's a great question because I think I've been set up to be a guitar player.
Mm-hmm.
I used to listen to Kevin Eubanks.
Okay,
he was on the Tonight Show.
Definitely. I know.
Earl Clue, like you don't hear names like this anymore. Paul Jackson Jr., who did everything a la Michael Jackson, and Tuck and Patty.
Wow. Okay.
So when I saw that guy beating up on that guitar, man, I was thinking, I want to play guitar. My ultimate hero, guitar hero, I saw him, it had to be 1996 in San Jose. I saw Prince and Carlos Santana on the same ticket.
Oh, amazing. Wow.
Killers.
That night changed my life. Like, I literally ordered nothing but purple for like a year. When he sang Purple Rain, I swore it was raining purple.
Oh, yes.
But then I kind of got my heart set for playing guitar. So one day I'll own a cloud, I'm sure.
Nice.
I'll never take it anywhere.
Okay.
Because, when you open up a guitar case and it's got a cloud in it, you better be able to play Purple Rain. So.
Okay, all right, and when would you say, I like this question also, when did you do your first song? At what age did you do your very, very first song? So I know people like say it's recently. I don't believe that. I know it's probably way before.
I was probably writing music. We had a upright piano in the house. I started off on drums. I probably penned my first song. It had to be 4 or 5 years old. Like I was serious about writing something.
Gotcha.
Because my dad was a musician.
Absolutely. Okay. And you said your dad was a musician, obviously. So you
Yes,
come
sir.
from a musician family?
Absolutely.
Okay. And
everybody sings or plays.
Oh, okay. Now, did you take a little bit of that church also?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, I still go by the church guitars.
Okay.
When we began the jazz journey, we kind of like him and hawed about, should I be the church guitarist anymore or should I go by my name? Mm-hmm. So while I go by DL Edwards, I'm still the church guitarist everywhere socially.
Absolutely.
So sometimes, it depends on when I jump on stage from the church guitarist or from DL Edwards, but the church is my absolute roots.
I totally understand. Is it okay to say which church you give a shout out? Okay?
Connection City. I'm the pastor.
Yeah,
I'm
go
the
ahead.
pastor.
Yeah, please. Shout out. We always want to
Connection City. Y'all know what's going on.
Shout out Connection City. Connection City. Shout out. We're gonna do some fundraising so we make sure you guys get some money. Definitely. Okay. You got some questions for us, Dylan?
Yeah. I mean, I hear just in your playing, I hear those sweet octaves. It reminds me a little bit of Wes Montgomery.
Yes, sir.
Did you ever listen to him?
Absolutely. I'm getting into him from my conflation of guitarists. He sat like right beside Norman Brown and George Benson. To me, and this is probably not, I haven't literally looked it up to fact check it, but he was very theoretical earlier our music history. Like he knew his minor sevenths or his major sevenths and his 13s and all that stuff. I think I've seen videos where they sat in the studio and he was like, "Hey, let's play," and would name out a song. Everybody else has cheat sheet music, and he does not.
Yeah.
And he knows all the chord progressions. So Wes, definitely, but I would really say George Benson and Norman Brown.
That's great.
Definitely great artist, and I believe my mom performed. My mom used to sing jazz and blues also, so she B.B. King, John Hartson, and like that. So yeah, and I think she did with George Benson, but I can't remember exactly. It's been so long ago.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so
I also hear at least a strand of funk in your jazz.
I think it's a little bit more than a strand. I think I got a haystack. We call it the grease. And especially in the church, funk is like that underlying spirit.
Mm-hmm.
So to be quite honest, when I made this album, I was big on Grover Washington.
Oh, nice.
And he wasn't so smooth jazz. He was really funky. He had an edge to it. And so Jack of All Trades, my initial single, was an homage to him because it's not necessarily smooth. It can be contemporary jazz, but it's got that funky edge underneath and that bass line and that drive. Sort of like James Brown meets Norman Brown.
Yeah, nice.
So
nice.
yeah, I live in the funk.
Nice, I love it.
Okay, yeah. So besides the projects you got going on right now, you want to tell the people about what you got going on now? You got a project coming out soon.
Absolutely.
Like on Tuesday, right?
Yes,
okay?
sir. Well,
Yes,
actually on Friday, the 29th,
Okay.
the 29th of May, I'm dropping my upcoming full-length jazz project. It's called Jack of All Trades, and it's really an homage to I played everything. I was a barber for 20 years.
Ooh, okay.
I would be a truck driver. In my spirit, in my heart, I'm a truck driver. But I've done a lot of jobs. I played a lot of instruments. And literally when people listen to the album, they go, "Okay, who's on keys?" And I go, "Oh, that's me on keys." And they go, "Okay, well, who's laying the bass line?" And I said, "Yeah, that was also keys and me playing the bass line." And they were like, "Are you serious?" So literally on the album, I play everything but sax and drums.
That's awesome, man.
But everything else is me. And, you know, I'm a pastor.
So you get your Prince on.
Yeah, all day. But it comes out the 29th, and I'm excited. Pre-orders are already up and available.
Awesome.
Jack of All Trades has been out, conversely, a whole year.
Oh,
Yeah, I saw you released that last year.
Yeah.
I saw it on Spotify.
Correct. It's been up a year, and we're trying to get it some traction. So, but the rest of the album, I think, kind of really speaks for itself. From the first track to the last track, I think you guys will be pleased.
So what I've heard so far, I haven't heard it all. What I have heard so far, I was very, very impressed with. Like I saw you have some new videos and everything. Like I said, you guys, we will be placing some of those things on our website, so that will be know that, so you guys know that, and all our social media, so you guys know that. And what we're gonna do right now, we're gonna take a break here because what we're gonna do, we're gonna have him do a little. We're gonna bring a song out of him. I think we need to bring him some, and we're gonna talk more about his projects, what he's got going on, and any other questions you guys might have. So yeah.
All right.
Okay.
And now, DL Edwards' original song, Feels Like Home. And now more with DL Edwards.
Okay, welcome. We're back. Mo Chill Zone, part 2. Chilling with DL Edwards.
DL Edwards, yes,
And,
sir.
and so Mr. Edwards feels like home is a single we're going to be playing right now in between this middle of this section right here, so you guys know that. And as you can see, Jack of all trades, so you guys can see that in there. And we'll have that all on the website. Okay. Jack of all trades.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Go check it out.
Check it out. I'm trying to tell you,
Please
it's bad.
do it.
The boy's bad. I'm trying to tell you. So, you want to play a song for us real quick, man? You want to play something? I mean, like, what, real quickly. You know what I mean? You feel up to it?
I think I can pull something off. Like,
Okay.
I don't know how good it's gonna be, but
You know, because what we like to do is on our podcast sometimes we come up with on the spot improvised songs, and because we're both musicians ourselves and artists,
Okay.
and so we kind of do that. But we gotta get a feel. People want to know what you can do for live. That's the most important.
it's an acoustic guitar.
I know it's hard to rip on acoustic.
I should really play you something that is one of mine.
Please do. Let's move on. What's the title of the song, please?
It's Teach Me to Pray.
Okay.
Teach me to play.
It's gonna be on the next album.
And you're getting to hear it first on the Mo Chill Zone, baby.
I'll sing it. It goes, teach me to pray. Teach me to seek your face. Teach me to walk in wisdom. Help me to grow in grace. Teach me to pray.
Ooh, heaven sent, baby. Y'all know that. Look at the smooth vocals. Thank you for blessing us with that, man.
Oh,
I
man.
appreciate you, man.
Anytime.
Okay, you might feel brother. Okay.
Anytime, man.
Okay, so man, that's an awesome song, man. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
So, where'd you get your talent from, man? Where'd you get that from?
I want to say God first. I give all honor to Him. However, my father is a consummate musician.
Okay.
My dad, Gerald, man, this dude could play anything. Real story. One time we had driven like to Oakland for this church service. We always did these like services where a bunch of churches come together, right?
Okay.
They got musical equipment in the band pit, like scattered around everything. And service gets really, really high. The spirit gets really, really high. My dad runs over into the band pit, and there's an electric fiddle.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Wow.
My dad picks it up, and literally, it's almost like a Tyler Perry movie. He throws the bow, like, I'm not going to use that. And he played it like a guitar.
Wow.
Everybody's in church going,
Oh yeah, I was
like,
amazed.
what is
Definitely.
going on?
Definitely.
I was a little kid, but I really remember that moment. And in my head, I go, my dad can do anything. So he played piano, he sang, he wrote music. He still calls me to this day saying, hey, I got this song I want you to, produce for me. So I kind of get that talent from my father.
That's awesome, man. Now, do you have any siblings?
Absolutely. I got a brother and a sister, Damon and Deidre. They are, man, we're close. We don't talk all the time, but I do have 2 siblings.
Okay.
We're sparse all over Sacramento per se, and that was our home, man. Like we were the first band.
Okay.
Like, they called us the 3Ds because all of our names started
Okay.
with D.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we'd all sing around town at churches and all
I
that
love
stuff.
it. I love it.
And we were like mini Jacksons.
Yeah, oh, I love it. You know my affinity for them. So we
Right,
yes,
right.
That's awesome, man. Now, you're married, obviously,
Yes,
right? Okay.
sir.
Now, do you have any children?
I have 4 kids.
Okay,
So
that's
my
awesome.
wife,
Okay.
Portia, somebody said that's the reason
Shout
why I
out.
drive one.
Shout out, Miss Edwards.
Yeah, my wife Portia, my baby girl, we've been married now almost 20 years. I have 4 kids, Emmanuel, Ebony, Lyric, and Zion. And Zion just turned 21, so we're empty nesters now.
Oh, definitely. Okay.
That's our family.
Okay.
They all sing as well.
Wow, man.
We're looking for Zion to kind of like break loose and become like the next R&B phenom.
Oh, definitely, man. I'm sure. If you got any of your talent, he'll be there, definitely.
And my wife sings. They all sing, man. They're all incredible in their own.
Awesome, man. That is awesome. So now, are you guys planning on doing maybe like a family album? Maybe can we get something like that maybe going on? Maybe like are you doing some collaborations with anybody else besides
So my family, my kids have lives of their own.
Okay.
So it's hard to get us all in the same room at the same time. A family project probably would not be bad at all, though.
Yeah,
it sounds like a great idea. As far as what we got going on, man, since the album is going to drop, we're trying to put together some type of tour.
Okay.
All I really want to do is get on stage and play.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll tell people I play at your backyard functions, at your barbecues, but I really want to get in on the festivals and things of that nature, so I can prove to people that I'm worth purchasing a product or follow me around the country and things of that nature.
Definitely, you definitely are, man. Okay, now besides you said you got your album's coming out, are you going to be doing any shows, playing where people can actually go and see you live?
So it just came up on the bill. I'm probably preemptive by saying this, but June the 28th, Sugar High is going to be at Harlow's. I play at Sugar High as well. I'm opening the show. So DL and the Disciples are opening that show. So we're going to be playing Harlow's in just about a month.
Okay.
And getting ready for that. There are a bunch of things in the works. I'll be at Memorial Weekend. I'll be at JB's at Score.
Okay.
Score Bar and Lounge. I'll be there doing a one-man band thing. So we got a lot of those little spots opening up right now.
Well, let me hear about the one-man band thing.
Oh, the one-man band thing is great. It really is what I used for practice for being on bigger stages. So I take a karaoke playlist and I play guitar songs, top 40, SWV, Michael Jackson. And the first time somebody hired me to play their birthday party, they paid me like $400 or $500. I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
So now I don't have to worry about arguing with anybody else. So band members, getting somebody else there, somebody else late, it's all on me. I bring a speaker, I bring my amp and my guitar, and I can play 4 or 5 hours. And I played an hour and a half maybe. People were dancing in the parking lot and the neighbors were opening up their windows. And who is this guy right here? He sounds great. So that's kind of what I use to hone my craft to being on bigger stages.
Okay.
To help me not be so nervous. Because like I said, I've only been playing 5 years. So I'm going, part of me is going, who are you to be commanding $500 bill or whatever. So then my mentor calls me and said, you're not going to be $500 anymore. You're going up. People got to know that you're worth it. But I love the one-man band show.
That's cool.
I love that show.
Nice. Well, it sounds good from what I've heard.
And now I've incorporated stems from the album.
Okay,
so now I can play more of my original stuff. Oh, absolutely, man.
Nice.
I was just in Fresno last weekend, and so I was invited guest. They do like a Sunday night jam from 4 to 7, and I closed the show. People partied and danced and tipped and bought albums. And then I got in my truck and I came back home, man. It was great. It was great.
You gotta love Fresno, man.
Yeah,
oh,
man.
Fresno's popping.
Yeah,
Fresno's popping.
Shout out to Fresno, by the way. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and so besides that, what other you got going on? Everybody knows. I mean, tell people something that they don't know about you. Something that they don't know.
Probably. I still wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning every day and practice guitar for at least 2 hours.
Ooh.
Every day. So I go from having it in my hand almost 12 hours a day. It's about 5. I want to be as best as I can be. So I'm doing my best to be as disciplined as I can be so that when I get on stage, it's second nature. I'm realizing a couple things. I turned 53 a couple days ago.
Okay.
And I realized the guitar is just an extension of who I am.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
A lot of people, they try to riff and run and it's not who they are.
Right.
And one of the things, Derek Allen, one of my mentors, my big brother,
Shout out Derek.
he said he started analyzing my playing. And so he started putting me in the vein of listen to Al McKay, because he's a songwriter, producer, guitar player. You're not going to hardly ever hear him solo on Earth, Wind, and Fire stuff. But if you pull up an Earth, Wind, and Fire song, it is more than likely going to be Al McKay.
Yeah,
absolutely. And so when I started looking down that road, I settled into, I'm not the fastest riff guy. So I'm not Norman or George.
Yeah.
But then it started to morph.
right.
I started hearing what they were doing, and I was like, oh, I think I might be able to do it. So I practice every day. I am a family man. It is nothing I love more than my wife.
Awesome.
So
I love that, man.
I'd almost cancel a gig just to hang with my girl. Like, I love hanging out with her. I'm not gonna cancel any gigs, but I'm saying she's my everything. So she's also my manager.
Okay, shout out.
Cool.
Shout out.
Enigma Entertainment. She's also my manager, and when she has a word of advice, it's gonna mean everything. So she kind of helped with the show, things of that nature, and man, it's just going so well.
That's awesome. So, how can people get a hold of you? Because you said your name. Well, people, let them know if they want to reach out. They want to see your videos. They want to talk to you. They want to know what you're doing. How can they follow you? Can you tell them what it would do that at?
So everywhere socially, the Church Guitarist. That's THEE Church Guitarist everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. That's who I am. But you can always go to my website, dledwards.com, and you can look at where we're playing next, or look at older videos that we have online. I do guitar lessons. So I got students from here to the Bahamas.
Okay.
Shout out.
From 9 or 10 years old to 86. I think one of my older students is like 86 years old. And so we're out there socially, man. You can find me if you want to find me.
Well, we plan on doing that. And what we do plan on doing is, if you would like to do, is we're going to find out, get you booked for a show coming up. Because we want to do something. We got, like, you're very talented, man. It's like, we want people to know, like, it's just such a small time now trying to get you in here. But anything else you want to put out there, let us know. Anything else you want to tell them about?
If you want to book us, you definitely want to go to dledwards.com and book your engagement. Like I said, I want to play. I'll play anywhere, a garage, a house party. I've done dozens of them so far. And so if you want to book me, don't ever think maybe the price is too astronomical. I promise you, you're going to get what you pay for. If we pull up, it's going to be a party, for real. Nice. So get in touch with us. We'd love to make your event a whole lot better.
Shout out to that, man. We really do appreciate you coming out. Is there anything you want to give us before you take off or anything like that, man?
I want to ask a little bit more.
Well,
Sure.
Okay, we didn't get the part.
The hog in the back.
I'm sorry. We can go part 3.
I just get a little music nerd on here, but
okay.
I heard your version of Comfort and Joy, and it was really refreshing. You took like a traditional like 3/4 waltzy type thing, and it reminded me kind of like a Dave Brubeck thing.
Yeah.
Playing with time signatures and stuff, and made it it's religious, but it's jazz.
Correct.
At the same time, which is cool.
Yeah.
I was just wondering how you came up with that.
So a few years ago, I'm in a band here, a local band in town, Sean Rayford and the Experience. I used to be the guitar player.
Shout out Sean.
Shout out Sean Rayford. I used to be the guitar player, and I had a very bad nosebleed. So bad, right before our Hollow show, I had a balloon in my head. So I couldn't do the show. Another guy steps in. I'm sitting at home, and it's probably late November. I have nothing to do. I have no gigs. I can't go out. And I just go to my computer, man, like, what happens when you don't have a stage to play on? So I thought, build my own stage. And so I started thinking about, Christmas is coming up. Let me play something from my heart. Comfort and Joy, first thing I thought of.
Nice.
And it's really dramatic in the beginning. We give you that Santa Claus, jingle bells type of thing, but then we take you on this whirlwind of emotion, strings and melody and lead lines. By the time that song is over, I'm solidified. I want to be a jazz guitarist. Because I took some music that I was passionate about, some Christian music or religious music and jazz, and merged them into one, put them in a crock pot and let them sit for a little while. Yeah. It's still one of my favorite songs, by the way. And I'm big on intros and outros, segues. Like, so you'll hear the jingle bells or snow or wind or something. I'm very big on that. I get that probably from a guitarist out of Nashville, a bass guitarist named is Tommy Sims. And he did a lot of Israel the New Breed and that type of thing. But Tommy is an incredible musician. So I like to tell stories in my music. So that was a work of love for me.
That's great. Do you have anything that's like that coming up on the new album?
I am going to. So the new album is going to be the Revival, and it's going to be a live album.
Oh, okay. This one that you're working on.
The one that we're working on now. So Jack of All Trades is done. It's sealed. We're not going to revisit it. The new album is going to be DL and the Disciples. It's called the Revival. We're probably going to have an audience of maybe like 50, 60 people, and we are going to jam like Oscar Peterson would do when he went to the Blue Note or something like that. It's going to be, I hope they don't dance and tear the studio up, but it's going to be really, really live. The end of 2024, I'm going to release a 5-song Christmas EP.
Wow.
So Comfort and Joy is going to go back on that because not enough people have heard that. Sure. But we got some other stuff in the works as far as Christmas music is concerned. When I write music, I think music should be something you can put in your tape player, CD player, whatever, put in your car and ride for hours listening to this body of work. Mm-hmm. And so that's not going to be no 3-minute songs. They're going to be whatever I feel. Mm-hmm. And Christmas, while you're trimming the tree or wrapping gifts, you can listen to DL Edwards.
Nice. So you're gonna call it revival, and I when I hear that, I think of like a religious revival.
Okay.
Like a tent, like
old school. Yeah.
Like, is that the sort of feeling you're going for? Like, is it a religious experience when you're?
It's going to be a very spiritual experience. I don't know if I'm incorporating church music or not, but it's in me.
That's what I meant. More like a religious experience through music.
Correct. We want to. If music doesn't touch you and make you want to, get up and raise your hands or something, they're not playing. Mm-hmm. And, I want to bring this experience where you're in your car with the windows rolled down. You don't even care who's watching you. Like, you may be, brought to tears. A friend of mine is co-writing a song that we're going to do. Man, it sounds like D'Angelo, Untitled. It feels like Donald Lawrence. I was just like, crap, I want to do that song. I got a guy in Eugene, Oregon. He wrote a song we're going to do called Humanity. Okay. And the chord changes are out of this world. So, we plan to bring the religious experience to the next album.
That's great. I look forward to hearing it.
Yes, sir.
Maybe we can be at that show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sounds like the type of event I want to be at.
You're definitely going to the shows. Okay, but before we leave out of here, then, what we like to do then, because you blessed them so much, we're going to have you come up with something, have you pick up the guitar and play something without something that's just like off the top of your head, that it comes to you, and we're going to come up with something, see if we can come up with something like off the top of the head, off the top.
Nice little sus chord at the end.
Yes, sir. That's one of my favorites.
Sus chords just add that little sprinkling of fairy dust in there.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, do you have any for him, Chili? I know this man's a busy guy, so we definitely appreciate you coming out. Yeah. And this won't be the only time. We will be playing this and playing some of this music on the channel, so we plan on putting this out like next week, so we can get this out there for you guys so you can hear it. And then also tell us about
the new album will be out by then. So
on Friday, actually Tuesday,
29th.
So make sure you get it.
That should be Wednesday. Not Wednesday. It should be Wednesday.
Wednesday the 29th.
Wednesday
the 29th. I stand corrected, people, and you make sure you get it. the most important album you'll get this year.
You're
DL
gonna
Edwards.
need it.
You're gonna need it. You're gonna appreciate it. And
You know you need it in your life. You need a
Definitely.
little soul.
Absolutely. And we appreciate you, man. And like I said, hey man, thanks for coming out. We really
Thank
appreciate
you guys so
Thanks
much,
so
man. I
Thanks for
appreciate
blessing us
it.
with you coming with your presence, man.
Thank you
Really
so
appreciate
much,
you,
man.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
That was part 1 of the Mo Chill Zone with DL Edwards and his song Feels Like Home. Stay tuned for part 2 with Clifton Roberts, coming up next.